right. Welcome back, everybody, to a new episode of Stories from the Dirt. Today we have the Honeybadgers, Team
Woohoo!
156, with us, Rasa and LeeWhay. Hello, ladies. And of course, as usual, we have Cara with us as our co host, my co host. Hello, Cara.
Hi. How are you,
All right.
ladies?
Good. 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 Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
Glad to have you. So, you guys have been together for how many years now as a team?
4 years. This will be 5th year.
Oh, wow. Okay. Nice.
So you've competed in the rally for 5 years together and never apart. Like that was,
We've competed 4 years,
but
and
this
then
year,
this will be number
yep,
5. And yes,
yep.
we've been partners since rookie year.
Aww.
How have you made that work?
Tell us your secrets.
So many people cannot make that work, me being one of them.
You know, our first year we were really skeptical because we're very different humans, but we surprised each other, and we both have strengths and weaknesses and we can support each other. And we've learned a little every year to make it a little bit better. I would say. Would you agree, Rasa?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think we had spent probably about 20 to 30 minutes together in the cockpit of a vehicle before we did our rally, our first one. And so we were like, well, we'll see. I like her. She's a good person. let's
Okay,
see if this works.
so this begs the question: how did you meet then? How did y'all know each other before the rally?
Yeah, so we met at Overland Expo
Oh, okay.
2012, I think. Maybe 2013,
2011, 12. Yeah.
somewhere in that zone. And we kind of hooked up with another couple, some other friends, and we would do some overlanding trips after Expo West for quite a few years, kind of as a number of vehicles together. And
Right, because LeeWhay, you used to be in Arizona, correct?
No, when I met Rasa, I was in California.
Oh,
Okay.
California. Okay.
Mhm.
But not New
And
England. So you used to be closer in proximity.
Yeah. Yes. I grew up on the East Coast, but I lived on the West Coast for a very long time. Lived in the center a little bit and back on the East Coast.
Nice.
That's awesome.
But when I met Rasa, I was in California.
So that made it definitely a lot easier than what it is now to just get together and go camping and have fun times.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we miss seeing LeeWay's smiling face over here.
So how did y'all originally learn about the rally? Like where did y'all learn about that in the Overland Expo space? I didn't even realize Overland Expo has been around since 2012. That's incredible.
I think it's been around since 2010, maybe. Does
Wow.
that sound right, Rasa? Or
No,
2009?
you mean Expo?
Expo. Oh, was I
Oh, yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Sorry.
So I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about. Never mind. I misunderstood the question.
I know I heard about it at Overland Expo at Mormon Lake in 2016.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
Rochelle was talking about it, or I heard about it there, but I really had no desire to do it then. I mean, I'm really
Yeah.
happy that we've experienced it, and I'm totally hooked. But at that
Yeah,
point in my life, I was in a different space. We were
I
traveling,
understand.
and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
and that
you say that
I
you're.
think
Go
that's
ahead.
I think I was gonna say I think that's exactly the same time and space I heard about it, and then I kind of was hoping somebody might ask me to do it because I was really interested. And then in 2020-ish, I was like, "What am I doing? I need to ask somebody to do it with me. I don't
Mm.
need to wait for somebody to ask me to do it." So
Yeah.
that's
So when you say you guys are different people with different strengths and weaknesses, like, do you play off of that? Like, how does that work to your benefit? Like, how do you capitalize on that as a team?
I think we just know where we're different and can understand where the other person's coming from, even though we may not necessarily agree or come from the same angle. But I
Mhm.
think understanding each other and asking questions or communicating or knowing. LeeWhay's really hungry, so that's why she's being a little bratty right now. Or Rasa, you should drink some water because I haven't seen you drink water in a while. That kind of thing.
Yeah, and
Wow.
I think the other thing I will say is that LeeWhay is a really good driver and has a lot of experience. She may not be fast as a driver, but I trust her if we get into a sticky situation where I need somebody outside the vehicle guiding me and telling me where my wheels are. Like I generally know where my wheels are, but I don't necessarily know how close it is to the boulder that's right next to the wheel, right? And I trust LeeWhay implicitly, because of her experience, but also just because we have that level of trust with each other.
I learned something
And
new.
that
I didn't know that LeeWhay was an off-road, like the driver, like as your subtitle there says, you're the navigator. So that's how I knew you as far as the rally goes. So what then? How did y'all make that decision to do driver versus navigator?
Well, Rasa is a much more, how to say this politically. I mean, she's an amazing driver, and she is a lot faster, as she was saying. I'm slow and cautious and like vehicle preservation all the
Fearless and
way,
hits the
100%.
beans.
And she's amazing. I mean, but I trust her as well. But Cara, since you and I don't know each other a ton, I've traveled internationally in a 4x4 vehicle for years.
What?
So, I
Okay.
mean, I don't now, but
Yeah,
I have. So
that's
I've
awesome.
driven many different vehicles, and Rasa and I have traveled with our husbands all over Mexico, Desert Southwest,
That's
Iceland.
incredible.
Yeah.
I have lots of questions now.
So we both are very good drivers. She's amazing with speed and control and knowing how to hit whoops and do what not to kill me in the
Yeah.
navigator seat. But we could also swap roles, and we trust each other very much.
So do you
yeah,
both
so
like navigating or do you both like driving more? Which one would you lean towards more?
I mean, for the rally, I would say navigation because I don't have the speed
Yeah.
to do
Yeah.
what we need to do.
That makes
But
sense.
she's an amazing navigator, and we shoot stuff off each other all day long during the
That's
rally.
incredible.
yeah, and this year I have I have known how to plot checkpoints since the beginning, but I haven't really spent time doing it and practicing it. But this year I've gone with my husband to a number of training events that have been put on by other competitors, just informal weekends where,
Yeah.
oh, LeeWhay's not here. Somebody's going to have to plot all these points. I guess it's me.
Yeah.
And I guess I better hurry up and do it and figure out how to, keep my pace up for that. And then I let Craig drive, and I was navigating him through through the day of checkpoints. And so I've experienced now, I think this year more than other years, I have now experienced LeeWhay's side of things, LeeWhay's seat, and how it feels to be bouncing around with a map on your lap, and how it feels to make some of those decisions. And
Yeah.
I have in years past, I have asked LeeWhay, can I measure that distance also? And here's what I learned. I'm not very good at it. I thought I was, but it turns out I'm not. So guess who's not going to be asking LeeWhay if she can second guess those distances this year? Me.
That's
Sometimes
amazing.
it takes you getting in that seat to realize, that
Yeah.
it's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that easy. It looks easy, right? You just lay that ruler out and figure out how long that distance is. Like, it looks so easy. It's not
Pick a
that easy,
number,
ladies.
1 to 10.
Yeah, so on that note, Rasa, sorry, I have observed from your social media, you are just practicing and training? I mean, I don't pay attention every year, but it seems like you have really kicked it up a notch this year. Is that a true statement?
It's a true statement. I think that's accurate. I think there have been more fun opportunities that weren't necessarily there last year, or maybe I wasn't invited last year. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But but opportunities were there. Plus, we are switching to a new vehicle this year, and new is air quoted because it's the same age as our old rally truck. It's a 2004 Toyota Tacoma. It's a slightly different cab configuration. It's an extended cab instead of a double, but it's a lot younger in miles. And so instead of taking a vehicle that has 340,000 miles on the rally, we're
Wow,
taking one
that's
that has,
incredible.
well, yeah, and it's done great for 4 years, but we built it for overlanding, so it's also heavy. Um, and so we are using Spare Taco, which is Craig's daily driver that he inherited from his dad. And so part of that step up in training is really for me to learn that vehicle. It's got a
Mhm.
slightly lower clearance because it's got
Mhm.
smaller tires and smaller wheels, but the point of that is to keep it light, right?
Mhm.
And so we also put a supercharger in. So we did a lot of driving before the supercharger and after, so I could see the difference of how it behaves in the dunes, and then how it bounces around in Johnson Valley. So it was partially the vehicle, but also I really wanted to spend a little more time on terrain familiarization and
Yeah.
imprinting on certain areas that I know well, I suspect the rally is going to take us.
Yeah.
And so that was my other goal.
Are there any
Speculate.
things that you're keeping on the new truck that you had on the old truck that you're moving over that you really, really loved? Is
Mm,
is there anything that you can keep?
I mean, we're putting some stuff on that we had on the other truck. I wouldn't say moving it over.
Right. No, that's
We've
what I
got
meant.
yeah. We put solid rock sliders on instead of the one-time use Nerf bars that had been on it because you don't really knock in anything on it as a daily driver. Um, so we did that and skid plates, but we chose to use aluminum this year or for this
Okay.
truck instead of steel for the other truck.
Okay.
And we did keep the design of our transmission skid plate, which was a custom narrow skid that we created because of heat flow through that area
Oh,
to
okay.
keep our transmission cooler. And so
Hmm.
we said, yeah, we're going to need that on the new truck too. So we just recreated that out of aluminum for the transmission. So
Yeah.
we
Cool.
took
And
took
how
that.
how is the work coming along? Because I know, just from knowing you, LeeWhay has nightmares of showing up at your house, the truck is in pieces, and, these nightmares have come true occasionally. So, when she gets there this year, will the truck be together and ready, or are we still deep into modifications?
Leeway's like,
I'm
are
asking for a
she
friend.
Yeah,
the friend
we
being
we
Leeway?
we had some issues last year with some electrical situation and fuel. Yeah, no. The plan between now and then is to put some total chaos upper control arms on and some gussets for the spindles, which still need to happen, but it's pretty straightforward for us. I'm not too
Yeah,
worried about that. Um,
yeah.
and then we're gonna we're gonna build out some sort of system in the back, kind of half seat so we have somewhere to put our helmets, somewhere to to a little organization in there. But we
Okay.
don't really know exactly what that's going to look like. So we'll be doing that in September probably because we've got
But the
some.
engine isn't coming out or anything crazy like that?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
not
Now,
not
I'm
well,
just
planned.
Is Craig gonna take the truck back over once you're done with the rally? Like, will it go back to him and he gets these upgraded things?
I mean, it's both of ours,
Okay.
so you know, we probably won't be taking anything off after the
I just didn't
rally.
know if it
So
was going to be his daily still after the rally.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I only poke fun. I mean, you and Craig are great mechanics, and you've always pulled it together. But I know that it has been things of nightmares.
Yeah,
That's
there
a
have been
legit
moments.
I'm
concern.
I'm happy. I'm happy we're not like pushing it right to the limit this year.
No,
Me
no,
too.
that was
Oh,
pretty bad for me and Craig too.
Yeah, it was not wonderful, but it worked and it was good. But
yeah. They always pull it out in the end.
yes.
Okay, so let's talk about your placing the last, is it 2 years or 3 years that you've secured 10th? 3 years.
3.
So what are we doing differently this year, ladies? We're aiming for at least better than 10th, right?
Single
Yeah.
digits maybe. Hopefully.
Digits.
Single digits is our aim. Yes.
Yes.
That's always a good goal. I'd be
Yeah,
happy with 10.
anything
I'm not gonna lie. I'd be fine. I'd be like, I was 10 for 3 years in a row. I'd be okay with that. I would own it.
We named ourselves the most consistent team last year.
We gave ourselves a little award.
there you go.
That's awesome.
You gotta pat your own back sometimes.
Yeah.
So is there
I mean,
anything this go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think we have to stay consistent. We have to be a little faster. We have to make our mistakes fewer and faster. I mean, that was our mantra last year: fail faster. But I don't know. I think some of the slowness was me double checking with LeeWhay.
Mm.
You know, with the navigation. I don't know. LeeWhay is shaking her head. I don't know.
I'm going to say
I feel
no,
like that.
but
Anyway, so speed. Keep the speed up, and keep your pace as fast as possible, faster than we've been, because we did miss checkpoints. We did lose points because we weren't at a top 5 pace. So
Yeah. Do you have any concerns with the added scored stage this year? So like endurance is a big thing. Do you think endurance played into it at all?
I think endurance is a thing for sure. I don't think we're worried because we are pretty consistent
Yeah.
day to day.
Yeah.
So I think an additional day for us won't
It'll be another day.
be terrible.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm not worried
I think
about
we-
the extra day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it can
think it'll be fun.
definitely potentially harm other teams that if they're having trouble and it's building day after day, an extra day can put them over the edge, I think.
Oh yeah, especially if you're having any like personal struggles in the vehicle.
Yeah.
That'll be some long days. So you've done the rally 4 times now. Was there any favorite year that you had?
That's a good question.
That is a
Or
good
any like do you remember specifically a hard thing that you had too?
What?
There's hard
You
things
you
every year.
I was gonna say you can pick one out of each year if you'd like.
Well, I'll tell you
And then
the sandstorm our rookie year
Oh.
was pretty intense, and you know we'd never been through the rally, been through challenging things before. I mean, this was, I don't know, it was maybe day 2 or 3 when that sandstorm happened, and you know people's tents were like destroyed. Ours was happened to not be, but we didn't know for sure that it wasn't because we
Mhm.
just packed it up and tried to sleep in our truck that night. But in the morning, I was like, well, I guess our road book is going to be to the nearest Walmart to get a new tent, right? And it was not. It was like, we're
Mhm.
going. Keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
sad, too bad. So you guys have been to Pirates Cove.
We
Yes.
have.
Mhm.
And what is your analysis of Pirates Cove? Let me just tell you what I really want to know. Are the showers slightly better than the trailer showers?
Yes.
I've
They were
heard
amazing.
very good things. Okay, good. You're supporting this.
Yeah.
Good.
Mhm.
We were also very disgusting at that point. So
Yeah. I
Bar was a
understand,
little
but
lower.
Yeah, but it was hot, it was clean, it was wonderful. They gave you a little goodie bag, which who knows if they're going to do that, but
yeah,
it was lovely.
Yeah.
I can't wait, actually. I'm so excited about this. I
It's a
know it's
cool
weird.
spot. It's a neat
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty. It's pretty. It was really nice temperatures and
spot.
just so nice.
Yeah, it
Nice.
was.
I
I'm
can't wait
buying a
to experience
floaty.
it.
I'm glad you guys are all sitting down. I'm buying a floaty and I'm bringing it, and I might get on the water. Not in it, but on the water.
I like it. I like it.
We'll see. We'll see. Are you guys bringing floats or paddle boards or anything?
Maybe maybe Craig will show up with some paddle boards. We'll see.
Yeah.
Are y'all reserving a spot there to camp, or y'all gonna base camp with the rest of the rebels?
We have a pop-up tent trailer, and I think we're gonna have. So Craig has already. We've already invited a lot of any other rebel husband to join him, but he's going to do an adventure during the rebel, while with a focus of spending time to track how we're doing, so that he can do our social media, etc. But also be out there experiencing fun stuff. But so because of that, we're talking about him dropping off our trailer at Pirate Cove before Mammoth, before the start line, and then having it there in storage so he can show up and then pull it out and have it set up for us when we arrive for
Fun.
the finish line. So that's the theoretical plan right now, but we do have a reservation for a spot.
I'll have to get with you and find out more about the whole storing the vehicle there, because I know that Matt's gonna be joining the guys chasing thing, whatever they decide. And so he's wanting to leave it either at Avis's house, or I don't even know their plans. So
Yeah, it sounded like they have plenty of storage space and you don't have to
cool.
reserve it in advance. So,
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's cool to know.
mhm.
So did you think of a favorite day? I want to know this.
Oh, a favorite day.
I think it's so easy for us to like think of the hard days, that I want to see if you can think of like a day that you like. We nailed that checkpoint and it was a really hard to navigate to.
We've had those moments across lots of days where
Mhm.
we're high-fiving because we're like, wow, we did that one exactly right. Good job to us. I don't know. I can't think of a specific day.
I think we just have moments that, at least I have moments that
Keep you
bring
coming
a
back.
smile to my face. I don't know.
Mhm.
Like our
Yeah.
first year, it was always a joke if we accidentally find ourselves in the top 10 one day. And we did. And I was like, oh, we're accidentally in the top 10. How did that happen? And then, I mean, we didn't stay there, but we were there for one day.
But you've been there every year since, LeeWhay.
Well, true. But
I know, but as a rookie, that feels really good.
it
I know
felt
you
really
I know.
good, but I was like,
too.
should I say it? I shouldn't. I don't know.
Oh, I know. I think
yeah.
last year our first day we were like number 3.
Yeah, I
And
remember.
it kind of makes you want to vomit too, because it's just like you have
Okay.
all these people that see in your score, and then it's like, oh, and then you know it's not sustainable. But you, in your mind, you know that you've done it, and so it's like you could do it.
Yeah, but you also have to remember that, and we've learned this over the years, is that the rally progressively gets
Harder.
harder. And she's doing that on purpose. And she's throwing curveballs that we've never seen before. So it's like it's good for the rookies because they're like, "Oh, I've never seen this before because I've never seen the entire rally before." But
Yeah.
the rest of us are on the level playing field for some of those moments that are also
Mhm.
really challenging. So I don't
Yeah.
know. It's a cool thing, but it's also good to just be aware. Hey, this thing is getting harder day by day by design.
And I think year by year, would y'all say that?
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it used to start at a much flatter rate. I think 2 years ago, it just went bloop. Like,
Yep.
I don't think there was any gradualness into it. It was like day 1, and we're going as hard as we can.
Yeah.
And Nina likes to talk about a princess day, and that there used to be a day where like somewhere in the middle, it would be kind of like an easier day and it would be sort of like a mental reset. And I feel like that's gone. That no longer exists.
Mm-mm.
It's every day. Put on your big girl panties because it's going to be a rough day.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, so how did y'all come up with the name Honeybadgers?
LeeWhay actually came up with it. Before she was part of the team, I was soliciting ideas, and she was like, "What about that?" Because I was still hoping that Honeywell, my now former employer, would potentially sponsor us, and so she's like, "What about that honey badger video?" And I watched it. I'm like, "Oh my god, that's our team name."
That's
That's
awesome.
perfect. Whether or not Honeywell steps in, which they did not, so
It's stuck and it's fun.
stuck.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
It
Yeah, I
makes
like
for fun
Honeybadgers.
conversation in the car.
I bet it does.
There's a lot of quoting going on. Badger don't care.
That's right.
So that's why Ross is the driver. She's over there doing that.
I was it last year. Liz and I were in the dunes and we were looking for a way out, and I was like, "Oh, there's LeeWhay and Rasa. You know, they're in a Tacoma. We're in a Tacoma. Like maybe they'll take a line that we can take." And Rasa takes this line, and Liz and I are both like, "Nope." She made it handily. She made it look easy, but we were like, "Yeah, I don't think that's our line. We're just gonna keep on looking." See a little honey badger in that move last year.
Yeah, and you know the supercharger in the dunes.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
making
yeah.
it even
So
more
nice.
honey badger like.
Did your other Tacoma have a supercharger, or is this your first year with it?
This will be our first year with it, and the truck
Nice.
is lighter, so the dunes should be awesome with
Yeah.
that truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
LeeWhay
She's
would always
amazing
keep
in the
up.
dunes.
Yes.
amazing.
When we were out there with at the Glamis training, me and Holly, we teamed up with you for that. Was it the last day? I think it was the
I think
last day.
so.
And
Yeah.
I don't know, we had such a blast with you guys. It was so much fun.
It's fun.
It was really cool. And Rasa, she can drive. She can drive.
Yep.
She's little, but she's
Occasionally
mighty.
I close my eyes, but I tell her, like, if you need me, I'll open my eyes, but I'm closing them right now.
Okay.
So I don't know if you guys listened to the episode where we have Azure on, and she admitted that she sometimes closes her eyes, and she was like, I feel like such a wimp admitting that I close my eyes. I was like, no, I don't think it's that
No.
uncommon.
No.
So I'll have to let Azure know that you also occasionally close your eyes, LeeWhay.
Please do. I'll tell her too when I see her, because I mean, I warn Rasa, if she needs me, I will open my eyes and get over it. But otherwise, we're closing right now.
So
So
funny.
how do y'all operate around base camp? LeeWhay, you go immediately go get something to eat, go chill and relax, and Rasa sets up like the tent and stuff, or do you all do everything together?
Usually Rasa's in the fuel line, and I'll start unloading and start
Okay.
pick a spot for the tent and start setting it up. I think usually that's how it works, and then
Yeah.
usually it's
Okay.
up. The bags are there by the time she's out of the fuel line, and then we'll go.
And I tear it down in the morning. So that's my job. So LeeWhay is sets up unless I'm done faster in the fuel line, and then I'll come help.
Mhm.
But then my job is to pack everything up.
Yeah.
So Rasa and LeeWhay were the first rebels I ever had free range opportunity to pepper with questions.
Oh.
I remember.
After their rookie year at the Desert Rendezvous. And actually, Rasa is the reason that I give away hats, because she had a rebel hat. I did not yet have one. And she was like, oh, I'm so hot. And I was like, it's because you have that black hat on. You should trade me hats. And she did. She traded me hats because my hat was whiter. And I have kept her hat to this day. It's my quote,
That's so
dirty
funny.
hat, because it's so many years old. But yeah, so like, I mean, we sat there hours, maybe? Did I ask hours worth of questions?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I can imagine you would because you like to know all the things, and so like it's
I do, and I knew, like, literally nothing yet. I wasn't, like, connected to Andrea or, Tara Lynn, who were, like, my closer, like, mentors here in town, and they were, like, the first people I was like I saw the truck from across camp. I was like, "Bro, there's a truck over there with a Rebel sticker on it." And he's like, "Go talk to him." And I was like, "I don't think I can do that." Yeah. But they knew friends of our friends, and so we went over and talked to them, and yeah, I
it was a
basically hung
safe
around all
space.
weekend. Like, they were
Yep.
like, "Ah, rebels, ah." Yeah, so they
My
got me a lot
minor
of my
celebrities.
firsthand information. Exactly, exactly. Yeah, I still have Ross's hat.
So, what
I
piece
love
of
it.
advice would you give to somebody since you're the advice givers? First, what
Mm.
would advice would you give to a veteran, and then what advice would you give to a rookie?
Ooh.
To a veteran, that's hard.
I
Yeah,
know,
that's hard, right?
But you
but
guys
we
are
Uh,
all,
top 10, like, you know something that some of us others don't know.
or I mean, you may just think that you don't know, like you don't know anything, but you really do, and it could help
Mhm.
somebody else. That too.
I think for veterans who maybe haven't cracked into the top 10 yet, um, pace and try for everything. You know, unless there's a really good reason, like closing times, like you've had a moment and you know you're gonna not be able to get everything because of time, but don't deliberately skip things. Um, I think and just keep moving as fast as you can. I think part of our rookie year yeah we had moments of oh well, let's stop and make a sandwich. Now we're
I
gonna
never
make
even.
sandwiches ahead of time so that they're just ready to eat. Right? We
Meanwhile,
don't
on
have
my
to
rookie
make
year,
it.
I don't even remember seeing the crater because we were like going so fast.
Well, yeah, and maybe that's the difference between our rookie year and your rookie year, where it's
Yeah.
the rally has changed. So it's like, well, maybe our advice to is not as relevant anymore from
Mm,
Yeah.
I
I
don't
don't
know if
know.
it was last year or the year before, but we ran into you guys at a checkpoint, and we were briefly chatting, and LeeWhay said, "I'm so hungry." I asked Ross if I could make a sandwich. She said, "No, I don't get a sandwich." She said, "Get back in the truck."
I
That was
did.
last year.
That was last year? I was pretty sure it
No
was last
sandwich for
year.
you. We don't have time for a
Yeah,
sandwich.
No
yeah.
time. You could have
You should have
snacks.
made that in the morning, LeeWhay. You should have made that in the morning.
No,
Yeah.
here's the thing though. I should have made that in the morning,
Oh wow.
right?
No.
And well, here's I guess here's the thing. Here's a change that we've decided on for this coming year. We are actually going to use the entire hour of before impound
Yeah.
to get ready for the next day. And one of those
Yeah.
things is make a sandwich for tomorrow and put it in the fridge because we do carry a fridge. We've done that since rookie year.
Yeah.
And put it in a Ziploc and put it in the fridge. And now there is none of that. You can't have one. I'll go get it for you, but we don't have to spend time making it because we
Yeah.
realize we
Yeah.
don't use that hour. We're like, get everything out. Did we forget anything? No. Okay, let's go sit down. No, we have an hour. We can. Mornings are too rushed to be making sandwiches generally,
Yeah.
even for the
And sometimes
driver.
just too cold.
That's that's some wise
Yeah.
advice. I think
Yeah.
I will follow because this last year as well, like we were just so ready just to go and set everything up just so we could sit down and chill. But in the mornings we regretted.
Mhm.
That's you just don't. You're just tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Yeah.
part of it. You just want to sit and not in the vehicle.
Yeah, but if
But yes.
it'll make you happier tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
For
And
sure.
I did not starve. We have so
Right.
many snacks. But I really
Right.
wanted a
Yes.
sandwich.
I was gonna add that yes, you guys carry lots of snacks and you didn't starve,
So
but you
many.
did not get to have a sandwich. That was just unacceptable. And I get that. I get that. And so many years I come in from my days and I'm like, I just have to figure out how to pee less. Like, I just don't have time for all that.
Be faster.
I just
Yeah.
wore Depends last year. I
Fast.
don't know what y'all are talking about. I just had some
Ew.
Depends.
I could not.
I didn't. I'm kidding. LeeWhay, did you have any advice that you wanted to share?
Oh, with veterans, goodness. Maybe just to have grace with some of the other competitors. I mean, I think a lot of us have our goals, and we all have different goals. But some teams, especially rookie teams, may not know what the etiquette is or what we're expecting of them. And just to be, understanding and let them know, well, maybe you shouldn't shake the table in the morning, but like nicely, like
Yeah.
instead of get upset. But I don't know, just a little grace, and know that everyone's there for different reasons and everyone has different goals. And just
Absolutely.
we're a big family. Just, talk to people.
Yeah.
And I would also add, and this is for any competitor pairing, especially if it's new, give each other grace always, and talk and communicate open. Don't hold anything in.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Say it out loud if you're feeling it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
And the
I
sooner the
have a
better.
new I have a new statement for life. It's be brutally honest, but don't be brutal.
Oh, I like it.
So speaking to like what Rasa said, like if it's crossed your mind and it's going to bother you, you need to say it, but you need to figure out how to say it in a way that's not brutal, even if it's not a great topic for the other person, right? Like,
Yeah. And I think also if you're holding something in that you're feeling, then share that, because you may find out very quickly that that was never the intention of the other person's action or words or
Yeah.
whatever. They just didn't realize that it had that effect on you. And don't hold that in, because
absolutely.
you'll lose focus on the game if you've got that going on too.
Yeah, it'll just fester.
And that's happened with
So
us, and we've learned that over the years.
That was one, yeah, for sure.
yeah. So the new rule book, I don't know what rule book, competitor guide, handbook, supplement, the
Thing.
whole of it, the whole just over 115 pages of information that they've given us this year. What are you guys feeling about it? Have you seen anything in there that you like or don't like, or how you feeling
I like
about
the
it?
format. I like it.
Yeah.
It's very clear. Easy to
Yeah,
look
they've
at.
cleared up a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I think so. I think that there were some things that the rule book was silent on last year and years past that they've clarified, which is nice.
Mhm.
And
Anything
it's
in
also just
particular? No.
I can't think of anything.
Yeah.
But just I don't know, just seems like it's a really good format with the penalties right next to the infraction, right? So you don't have to
Yes.
like read it and then go to the penalty table to see what that means, and the words are very clear.
I like the
Yeah.
definitive. The tent isn't going to open until this time. I like that. And then I like the the leading of other teams to checkpoints. I like that. I know as a rookie, I don't know the game very well. Well, last year I didn't. And so I saw things that I was just like, I think that would borderline not skew as fair. And so I was glad to see a little bit more of that defined this year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think it's nice.
do
And
y'all think there's
then,
going to be any twists this year?
Oh, I'm sure. Something.
Well, last year there wasn't really one. That last day, we went in not knowing our scores, and there was the Jimmy Lewis thing, but there wasn't anything like a blank map or anything.
No, but that enduro, I don't.
Oh yeah, we're not
That.
talking about
yeah.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. We all know what enduro you're talking about too.
Yeah.
I think that was definitely new for people to be given something that wasn't really completable. And I
Yeah.
think that broke a lot of people's brains, honestly.
It
Yeah.
broke my brain because I just couldn't figure
Yeah.
it out. It's fine.
Well, you know, one of the things that we said to each other at that point was if we couldn't do it, nobody got it, or very few teams were able to get it.
Mhm.
And that helps you also think about things in a different way so that you don't dwell on the fact that you missed those points, because it's really it's a competition with other people, not with the total amount of points. So
Mhm.
let it
Absolutely.
go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So many
usually
times you come in thinking you had a crap day, and then you learn everybody in camp had a crap day, minus maybe one or two teams,
yeah,
but
Yeah.
I will um mimic what Avis just said. A lot of times you just everybody if it's a bad day, if the day is bad, like obviously everybody can do something a little different, right? And have a bad day. But if the overall day is just hard, I don't even necessarily say that it's bad because no bad days. But if it's a harder day, everybody else's was probably as hard as yours to different degrees. But we thought that day, we thought this was a challenge. We were like, this is a challenge. She's played with us, something the times were wrong. And so we clicked because, you can click it.
Mhm.
And so we clicked at all of them going out. We didn't take the extra out that day because once we got to that split, I looked at the closing times and I was like, we will never. I was because Daniel drives on enduros, and so I was navigating for her, and I was looking at the times and the how far the distances were, and I was like, we won't make it. And so I was like, let's just go straight. We might can get to that next one past that split. And we couldn't. It was just so close because we had taken a little bit too much time to get to that green in between those zigzags.
Yeah.
yeah.
We made an unforced error when we clicked on we took the X route on that, and we made the first one before timing out by like 30 seconds.
Oh,
And
nice.
so yeah, so that was like woohoo, and then we kept going because we knew that well, I guess I didn't really
No, we
know
didn't
how
know
tight it
yet
was.
until the
I don't
next
think you
one.
had realized either.
Yeah.
But then, it was the next one we clicked and we're like, we know we've timed out, but we don't know what's going to happen. Click anyway. And then the
Mhm.
next one was a click
We screwed
a
up.
certain number of yards past, not this point, but the next point, and we screwed it up. And so
screwed it
we ended up we clicked, but we also got a wide miss, which
Oh,
sucked. But
dang.
That
that was
sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but those are the things where you learn from it. You are
Mhm.
like, okay, we got to triple check those kinds of clicks on a road book
Yeah. They can be
instead
pretty
of we
tricky.
were in a hurry because at that
Right.
point we knew we had timed out and we were like, we're way behind schedule.
Yeah. Yeah.
Too fast.
I like Jeremiah says speed is not a tool in your toolbox. Speed is not a tool of efficiency. And I think that rings true. The moment you're using speed, you're no longer using reason, I think.
Mhm.
Right? Like the moment you
You
feel
can't.
like you're so late, you have to be rushing or not speeding over the speed limit, but really like pushing the limits of how fast you can be going. I think reason starts to sort of dissipate
Mhm.
in my
Yeah.
experience. Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Especially like I've done a lot of like running races and stuff. So like marathon, you can't work on your speed while also working on your distance. Like you have to choose, and then you can get better in one and then the other, and then it kind of goes upwards, right, on an upward trend.
Yeah.
And I think that would be the same with this rally. Like you can't work. I think somebody has said maybe it was Nina. Like you got to learn how to play the game, something like that. Y'all probably have heard the same euphemism. That's that wording there, but it's like you don't know how to compete. You got to learn how to compete. That kind of thing.
Yeah. So as a team with so much experience together, do you guys still have day threes? Day three?
I don't think we do.
Did
We've
you
talked
ever?
about this. We've talked
Knock
about
on
this in the
wood.
last couple of rallies. Yeah. Knock, knock, knock. We I don't know. I feel like the last few years we have not. Maybe a rookie year, we probably had a moment that felt like a day
We did.
3,
We
or
did.
2. Um,
Yeah.
Do you think
I
it's
think
because of
some,
mindset?
I think it has more to do with focusing on consistency
Hmm.
Yeah.
because you're focused on not letting things build up
Hmm.
either emotionally or physically or vehicle structurally. You're
Yeah.
not you're just trying to keep it on an even keel the whole time. And when you do that, yeah, you're going to have moments, but they're not building up to be a derailing sort of day.
Yeah. And I think we talk
Consistency.
a lot during the day. So kind of check in with each other and
And what does that look like? What do you mean when you say that? You check in with each other.
are you doing okay? Do you need to stop? I mean, she wants
Okay,
to
so
smack
that's
me
like
often because I tell her she's going too fast. So, you're speeding.
That's like a
You're
real
speeding.
check-in, though.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but I think we verbalize what we're thinking often, and if
Uh-huh.
we're silent, we'll usually say, "Are you okay?" Or
Yeah.
do you
What's
need
going
something
on
to
in your
eat?
head?
What's
Okay.
going on?
Okay.
Yeah,
So silence is
yeah.
a
So
key for you to pick up
Hmm.
yeah.
on.
It's one of them.
And
Yeah.
all right, so let's say Ross is driving and for some reason she's being silent. She's in her head about something and then LeeWhay says, "Are you okay?" Do Rasa didn't you immediately be like, "No, I've been overthinking what we just did," or like do you immediately like splurt out whatever is like cycling in your head keeping you quiet?
Probably. I can't think of a specific example when I've
Okay.
done that, but I don't.
Yeah.
uh,
Because,
yeah, I mean,
what's unique between you 2 is that you have been able to keep this solid
Friendship.
teamship going year over year, and then not only that, but now you're like, "No, we don't even have a day 3." So, I mean, like, I
And your
talk to a lot of
friends.
people yeah, I talk
yeah,
to a lot of people, and the rally has this way of just tearing people apart. And so for you guys to just be so strong and steadfast, like, I'm just trying to get in your minds and figure out, like,
We're just trying to
is
take
this
some of
just
that from you. We
perfect
just want to learn.
storm? Yeah, we're just trying to learn, like, how did you make all this happen?
I think part of it is because we have similar goals with the rally and that we're
Mhm.
super focused during the day. And I think that may keep
I,
us from kind of
yeah.
derailing and going in different directions during the day.
I
I don't
don't
know.
disagree. I think that's true, but I also think that it is. We have really become very strong friends in the off season. So this isn't just rally
Right.
friendship. This is
Yeah.
LeeWhay's my sister now, right? So you don't you don't have I don't know. It's just it's
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
think
that's
that's
a
a big
compelling
part of
word,
it.
right? Like you can get mad at your family, but you can't get rid of them, right? Because they're your family. And if you actually like are sisters, yeah, like my sister and I, like we've had disagreements, but at the end of the day, like I'm still gonna see her at the family reunion, right? So like, gotta be nice to her
Yeah,
eventually. No, I'm just
and I
kidding.
say that with the with the background of I have a really strong friendship relationship with my sister too. So when I say
Yeah,
sister, it's because it's a very close. We know all of the good, bad, and ugly, right, of each
yeah,
Hmm.
other, and
yeah. That's
so
that's how I was taking it for sure.
yeah, and I think that
Um,
has helped keep it solid for so long.
yeah.
I
Both
think
of
you
you
also
seem
have.
so kind of like even keeled too. Or do either of you have like a spicy button?
But LeeWhay says I go from 0 to 100 and like that.
Okay, so you do
And
get
I
a
was
little
like, "Oh,
spicy.
I don't think I knew
She
that
goes
about me."
from
They're
super
honey badgers,
zero
after all.
to very worked up or in a good or bad way, depending, but very fast. And I don't think
Okay.
she recognized it. And I'm like, did you see that? You just went to a 10. It's okay. It's okay. We're okay.
Okay.
I didn't really know that about myself until she pointed it out to me. But once she did, I'm like, I do. I see it now.
Yeah.
Maybe I could
You're just
modulate a
passionate.
little.
I mean, it's fine. It's just who she is, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I do yell sometimes, but
Okay.
usually for fun. Ends in a laugh, but sometimes I yell.
Sometimes it's at Johnson Valley. Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
We
Like
all
our little
yell at
tick
Johnson.
marks. Yeah.
What are your tick
that's so
marks?
funny.
Rasa, do you want to explain it? Or would you like me to?
Well, so when I do something not awesome as a driver, like I don't know, a yard sale because I hit a bump too hard, one of those whoops, and
A yard sale.
didn't see it. I don't know, it was a hard hit. Sometimes LeeWhay says, "Jesus, Rasa," and then we put a tick mark there, and then
Yeah.
sometimes I have to say the same thing to her.
Yes. And then it ratchets up depending on how bad it was. So more words go, which are probably not appropriate for this. But and Johnson Valley has a tick mark area.
Its own category for tick marks.
Oh, that's hysterical.
And you can tell when we're driving because the tick marks are not straight lines. They're just
So you actually have like a little board above your
it's
visors.
an index card. Yep.
On our visor, on LeeWhay's visor.
That's awesome.
I keep track.
Because she has a pencil.
And I try not to stab myself with it.
It's not safe to keep tick marks and drive, Rasa.
She does
That would
like to drive and
accumulate.
take pictures, though, sometimes. Right, Rasa?
Sometimes.
Okay, so what's your favorite snack to take during the rally?
Oh, goodness.
Because you take a fridge. I think I heard you say, right?
Yeah. Favorite snack. I really, really like those little baby food pouches of fruits and veggies because it's just an
Really?
easy eat and it's cold.
I just
Yeah,
can't
we
get
keep
past the
yogurt.
consistency.
Just suck it down.
And drinks, cold drinks.
It's good. It's good brain food when you're done with Sour Patch Kids after day 1.5.
We definitely do sugar.
There's definitely sugar. There's nuts, sugar,
jerky.
Jerky. There's some sort of chips or other when we just need a salty, crunchy.
So you have protein, carbs, and fat. That's perfect.
I mean, yeah, and we have yogurt in the fridge, drinkable yogurt in the fridge, and drinkable veggies in the fridge, fruits and veggies in the fridge.
And y'all are healthy.
Yeah.
Y'all are basically like a rolling food truck.
And sandwich making. Can't have sandwiches.
Just not during the day. Oh, that's awesome.
But pro tip, we've learned this.
Oh, yeah.
Jelly jars. Like if you want to bring PB&J, don't get your favorite is the little French one with the red and white lid on it, right? The Bon Maman. Don't do that one. The lid will unscrew itself and it will bounce around and don't do that one.
It's bad.
Or if you do, put it in a different container.
Yeah.
Wow. Good to know.
We had a lot of issues with things, the pressure as we drive across. And so like the pressure building as we go up into higher elevation. So a lot of times if we need some things, we only get it at Mammoth.
Yeah, it's good. Good tip.
That's my little tip for the day.
I like to make brown butter Rice Krispie treats for the rally.
Still have yet to have one of these.
Yeah.
You didn't make them last year though, did you?
I did make them last year.
You just didn't share
I did share at the beginning I was sharing, but the Tacoma had some weird like power drain, and a couple mornings when Liz went out early in the early days, it was giving her like critical low battery warnings. So in an effort to preserve our battery and not knowing where the parasitic drain was, I was unplugging our fridge at night, and only plugging it back into the morning. So the Rice Krispie treats, they kind of took a beating. They got hot and cold and hot and cold, and so I stopped giving them to people. I wasn't sure if they would make somebody sick or not. I figured probably not, but they were getting kind of
It'd be
gross.
fine. I would have
Anyways,
suffered it.
well, I did not want to ruin anybody's rally with the stomach bug and have them point fingers at me. So
I was about to say intentionally or
exactly, you would never know, Kara. You would never know.
Rasa,
Just
do you like
kidding.
doing the sand more? Or do you like doing the trail like rock sections more?
I think I like them both, but I have more experience on the rocks and trails. I mean, I feel like I've gotten a lot of experience in the sand, and I'm way better at it now than I was rookie year, when we were too afraid to get off the sand highway. But I don't know. I am very comfortable in
What's
washes
that about?
and on 2 tracks through the deserts, through the valleys, up over the mountains. It's just what Craig and I have done, since forever. So
Nice. Well, as we round out our hour, any last thoughts? Anybody?
no, just looking forward to 2025. It's
I wish
gonna
our
be
power
a
hadn't just went
fun
off,
one.
but I'm better and I'm back.
Oh,
Shoot.
I'm just in the dark right now. It's
wow.
Quite dark
Shoot.
there. Well,
No.
guys, we super appreciate you coming on and letting us kind of dig into your brains and figure out the secret sauce of what it takes to be such a well compatible, long lived team on the rally. As usual, we wish you the best. We hope for only single digits this year. I'd
Yeah.
really like to see you
Thanks.
guys, podium. I think you're a great team and you deserve it. So we just
Well,
thank you for your
thank
time.
you.
Thanks
But
for
if
having
not,
us.
be
Yeah.
consistent.
Thank you.
Yeah. Be
Yes.
consistent.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Thank
Bye.
you.
See you in
Bye.
Bye,
October.
ladies.